We said I ain't smoke, I put that pack down. Pick up the pen, I can't hold both, I put the strap down. Look, just watch how I snap. Most of you rappers is buying your buzz and everything cat. Not in your head, but everything back. They see his people, they know where I'm at. We get your body pulled off of the cat. Put your homie in the back, even God can bring you back. Jeez, you gotta have this on repeat. Squid game, make 'em freeze. Spend 1,000 on these jeans. Brand new ones, don't gotta crease. Ain't my women nasty, I'm a freak. Driving with the lights off, I can see. Keeping down the block with the heat. Soon as we see him, we light him up just like a tree. Christmas, 100 million on my wish list. No truth, but the whole thing's on some crip shit. My dogs are eating these vicious. Queen shot it to the mic, it's 3, damn, I'm eating fish sticks. Louis on shit, I'm tripping. 41, 21st, slipping. Load them up, they say they won't like me, see I still don't give no fucks. Gotta keep the birds tugging, this the only thing I trust in. She the only one I love, put my love inside a gun. She don't care about what I've done, so we gon' get it, no love back now. My life is moving way too fast now, I might just crash out. His bitch is we said I ain't smoke, I put that pack down. Pick up the pen, I can't hold both, I put the strap down. Ain't no looking back now, my life is moving way too fast now, I might just crash out. His bitch is we said I ain't smoke, I put that pack down. Pick up the pen, I can't hold both, I put the strap down. My niggas moving, Vest told me still shooting, red light we still scooting. Hellcat, this ain't no fusion. We a part, they gotta watch what we doing. I'm saying the house when we get to the Lord. See your shorty and we get to the on. I'm in the chest, so you know that I'm feeling crazy. Riding around with Miss Daisy. I'm number 1, Tracy. I got aim like I'm Brady. Just the monsters that they made me. I'm just giving what they gave me, and I don't show up till they pay me. We chillin', vibin' coolin', chillin', vibin' coolin'. She said we chillin', vibin' coolin'. So we chillin', vibin' coolin'. Let's do it. Don't know what made me do it. Maybe the music. Though wasn't said it wasn't chosen. I'm not chosen. Walked up on her like, how you doing? She said something fluent. I mean, she bad and she gets wavy, I get some influence. Give me the title, I got no insurance. Riding around, got no insurance. She said I'm driving, I got no insurance. Good, bro. Fuck it, I'm riding no insurance. Let's go. I got a twisted blunt now. You don't wanna really see me now.
Hey, bro, I see you, bro.
I put it in a pop. I got blunt shit, that was some loud. Got weed shit, has never been a drought. Call the plug, yeah, he's in the route. Call my mom, gotta fly her out. Put my whole family in a. I got money stacked to the fucking ceiling. I've been cool, chillin', said we chillin', vibin' coolin'. Chillin', vibin' coolin'. She said we chillin', vibin' coolin'. So we chillin', vibin' coolin'. Let's do it.
All I want to know is, who's coming?
Hi, bro.
Chillin' with Mrs. Wavy, and this bitch going crazy. My chick light some shady. Hit the back, get lazy. I put the team on my back. I don't know how to relax. I be licking cap, but I be saying this facts. One bitch is bad. Hey, I be chillin', vibe, I'm coolin', chillin'. If she got a friend, I bring her to her. I bring the chick, she like the blizzy, and I be fullin'. Hey, she like my drip. She like how I'm moving. Yeah, I be chillin', vibe, I'm coolin'. I'm chillin', vibe, I'm coolin'. I've been chilling. I've been chilling.
See, I think I'm doing good.
Shout outs to my man Ronald. Jeez. Waiting for him to get on the call, man. Definitely his music right here. If y'all like it, hit me in the DM. Tell me it was fire. I'll let him know. That's spread love, you know what I mean?
Post it up, chillin', yeah. Ice, chillin', hola, tin, shorty, get with it. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Big win.
Taylor about the fucking flex. Yeah, I know you was real. I know you was straight. I'm up all night. Yeah, I'm up all day. Got on my phone, I got nothing to say. Oh, I was leaving, don't ask me to stay. Twisting the blunt, I think I'm okay. No need for love, if I feel that it's fake. I got the drugs, I think that I'm straight. I'm trying to tell you, just get out my way. Running in place, or they say yummy, I'm chopping the day. Yeah,
Miss Wynne.
What's goody, bro?
I would guess he can't. Well, he's actually getting some static right now, like he's driving. What you think, bro? You want to give him some sauce, man? I asked you a few questions. What you thinking? I don't want to put you on the spot there.
Bro, you gotta stay ready so you never have to get ready, man. Talk to me nice, man. What it do? What it do?
Hold on, that was too much sauce. That was too much sauce, right? So if anything, introduce my brother Ronald Wynne, right? Ron, author, right? And I say this just because I put out a book, but this is a reading show, and on top of the reading show, we have to give light to the people that are out here, writing their own stories, becoming authors. Shout outs to Ron for definitely being one of the first that I knew to actually write his own book. Ron is actually from a neighborhood near me. You know what I mean? Family, let's get straight to it. Read, remember, repeat. Ron, tell us a little bit about yourself, bro.
Sheesh, my guy. So, for those that don't know me, my name is Ron. I'm 29 years old. 29 years old. Raised in the BX all my life. But that didn't stop me from wanting to travel or being, the entrepreneur that I am. So definitely been an entrepreneur for going on, I want to say 6 years now. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
Let's go. Now this is a reading show, so it will be a lot of questions that's wrapped around reading. What are you currently reading?
Ooh. So I'm reading a few different books, but what I'm really my favorite book that I'm reading right now is U Squared, right? So that has to deal with like quantum leaps. So it's U Squared by Price Pritchett, and then there's another book called Developing the Leader Within You by John C. Maxwell. So it's just elevating yourself on the leadership and then opening your mind to be able to believe in the unknown.
See, I actually read U Squared. I have yet to really tap into my John C. Maxwell, but man, John C. Maxwell his name gets thrown around like if you want to be a leader, you have to tap into John C. Maxwell for leadership. You feel me? Because yeah, man, you don't do it, you don't learn it the way, you know what I mean, unless it's from the big guys, you know what I mean?
Thanks.
What is your earliest school memory like reading, and how did you feel?
Jeez. Damn, it was I can't remember the book. I'm pretty sure we all read this book, but it's like a cartoonish kind of book. what is it, Captain Pants, something like that, Captain Underpants. I think that's what it is.
Me back when I definitely.
That
And
book was,
I because he had the underpants on it. So I want to read the book.
yeah, that book was lit as a kid, man. It was a dope experience as far as just that, because that probably was my first book that I would say I would be interested in wanting to read, because I hated reading.
Mm,
Definitely hated reading, but something like that actually made the experience of it being a little bit enjoyable for me, you know.
nah, that's what it is, man. Um, who was the most influential person to you growing up?
The most influential person. It's funny because I got asked this question during a Bible study the other day. And so it starts off with nobody, right? So growing up, I utilized my surroundings. It was really who I was around, in terms of like, at first I wasn't around a lot of people that was influencing me, that had the results that I want. So I got sick and tired of doing certain things and having a certain state of mind. So I had to change my environment, because they say that, you know, you become a product of the five people that you hang around. So when I started to change that, I started to be around just a bunch of different people. So it wasn't just one person. It was more like changing my inner circle, so I can understand finances. I can understand how to live life. I can understand what love is. I can understand what relationship is, you know? So, but then as I continue growing up, and I want to say this happened subconsciously. My stepfather was probably one of the most influential persons in my life, because it's crazy, because he created I want to say he created a terrible memory in my life.
Mm,
But that same person that created the terrible memory was one of the main reasons why I do what I do family wise. Because when you're around people, subconsciously you take on their habits. Even though he gave me a negative memory at first, and it's crazy because I didn't like him for years. But as I grow to change and start to open up to him, when he passed away, I realized I was doing a lot of things that he was doing. And the things that he was doing was taking care of family, making sure family got stuff to eat, making sure you go, you know, and it's just everything that has to deal with family. So I want to say the most influential person that impacted my life tremendously was him.
man, that's deep, bro. That's deep, bro. Most people would pick a cousin, a friend, you know what I mean? But you actually looked and liked the way he just did what he did, you know what I mean? That gave you the sense of, when I get older, I want to handle business, you know what I mean? I want to take care of things. I want to make sure my family is good. Bro, that's big, bro. That's deep. You know what I mean? Let's see. See, I got a few questions here, but let's see what I want to hit. I want to make you uncomfortable.
I love it. You know. Sheesh.
Is there a teacher that you remember for good or bad reasons?
Sheesh. Um, a teacher I remember for good or bad reasons. I got two. One was in dang, what's that school? Middle school 117. I don't know if you was in that school, but it's a gym teacher. Her name is Miss Maxie. I used to love her. Her vibes was just dope, and she just gave off an energy that is like it was impossible to not love her. Like, you know, you got those people that no matter what they do, you just gotta love them. You just gotta be like, yo, that's Miss Maxie, you know. And she was probably my favorite class that I would want to go to, even though it was gym, you know. But most people don't care about the teachers in gym. They just care about, you know, I want to play ball or run around, you know, all of that extra. But she was the person that like Like she was the one that actually started me to do push-ups a lot. Because there was this thing where it's like a push-up challenge, and I was low-key competitive. So I was like, I'm not about to let these other dudes outshine me. And she used to put me in that kind of like spotlight or whatever. And I used to win most of them. I didn't win everything, but the ones that I won, people knew, oh, Ron do push-ups. And I wasn't no brolic person, but it's just a matter of you do that. Because when it comes to working out as far as calisthenics, right? You can be strong and not look like you're strong.
Right.
And then you can be some brolic type of dude and be weak as I don't know what. So I had the mental strength and I had that calisthenic strength. So I was lit.
That's
Yeah.
what it is, bro. The reason why I asked you that question is because, this whole show is based around books and stuff. So teachers had a lot of influence on us growing up, whether we turned away from school because of them or we took a liking to it. You know what I mean? I remember this one teacher, Mr. Nawodi, and I remember him specifically only because he told me, he said, a kid that doesn't show up to school that much and gets 65s will pass.
Mm,
Like when he switched it around, he was like a kid that comes to school and he does all his work but happens to fail, a couple of classes, he can still like get left back. So I
right.
was, oh, the whole school system is different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, that was
Right.
important to acknowledge. Um,
That's deep.
Let me see. When and where were you born?
Bronx, New York, right in Lincoln Hospital. Not my favorite area, but hey, it is what it is.
What
I'm a
like?
legend. Huh?
What do you like about the Bronx?
The fact that I got my own spot. That's it. That's really it. I ain't gonna lie because especially since I've traveled outside of New York so much, it's just like um I love New York, right?
Mm.
I think any other borough is amazing, but Bronx is just like it kind of like for me it got no life. You know, some places it's cool, but for the most part, like if you trying to like as far as environment wise, it's not for me. So but traveling outside of New York, I love it. I'm just like, why am I still in in the Bronx? I gotta get out of here. you know?
Yeah, it seemed like every other place is kind of the same, but the Bronx. And I say that because I'm from the Bronx too, bro. And you know, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's no place like the Bronx, but every other place is kind of similar. This is a weird
right.
thing, that one. Um,
Yeah.
what book changed your life, and when did it? Like, when did you start? When did you start reading? Now that you're grown, and what book was it that changed your life?
So I started reading I want to say I started reading last year. What is this? 2021. I started reading last year. Um, and but I wasn't as consistent, but at least it was a start. But the book that changed my life was U Squared. This is actually my third time reading that book, and U Squared allowed me to achieve things in a quick manner, right? In a quick manner. So what was crazy was there's this convention that I was going to I believe last month, and I made a decision that I was gonna go, and then for some reason, because of my circumstances, I said, you know what, I'm just not gonna go. So I was hurt because I know how powerful decision making is. So once I decided not to go, it was a wrap. I'm like it hurt. And then I read that book. Yeah, that book changed my whole perspective because it was one of the things in a book that it was talking about. Instead of believing on the thoughts about you can't, no, instead of doubting the fact that instead of doubting that you can, why don't you doubt that you on the thoughts on the fact that you can't.
Mm,
I said,
mm.
hold on. So you telling me that all them negative thoughts I could just really not believe in that? You know? And it goes into a lot of different principles, but that book right there, it's only what, 39 pages. That book right there, oh my God. Like and that book allowed me to manifest and make into reality of me actually going to the specific spot in Houston, which was dope. I was like, yo, if it had not been for that book, I would have not went there. I would have not met the people.
Mm.
I would have not impacted the people, right? I
Book.
would have not. It's just literally just a book, but it's the power in that, yo. Woo,
No, bro,
woo.
I like to keep a book with me everywhere I go. And I try to tell people like, yo, because just that book, like it can slow down whatever's going on. It slows down the mind, it slows down the thinking. So when you can do that, that's peace. The best time to work or the best time to think is in peace. You know what I mean? So you
Right,
got to, you got to get yourself into reading so that you can imagine. You know what I mean? Because imagination comes from reading, bro. Like I can't stress that enough. Like us, as we get older, we stop imagining, but that's like one of the biggest traits as a kid that we have.
yeah,
You know what I mean? My kids was here the other day. They like we they got a, bro, I can show you their room. Matter of fact, you've been in my house, bro. You seen how many toys they got. But because
yeah.
look on TV and see that the other kids have other toys, they'll draw the toys and cut them out and play with them like it's a new toy, but their imagination is what takes
Wow,
the next level. You feel me? Man,
wow. So
that's deep,
that's
bro.
deep. I like that because when it comes to reading, and I want y'all to hear this. When it comes to reading, I need you to understand, just like my guy said, reading is fundamental. Um, the thing about reading is it adds value to you. So in order for you to become more of a valuable person, you got to read. And what's crazy is all of the things that you're reading is literally regurgitated information. It's not just a new thing or whatnot. Even if I come out with a book, you come out with a book, they come out with a book, it's still information that was poured into us. All we're doing is just giving you our perspective. So it's just a matter of whoever you're reading the book from, that's just somebody else's perspective of a specific topic. So it's crazy, bro.
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
Man, that's beast mode, bro. This is we gonna take this in for the culture, bro. This is always for the culture, right? So we gonna do a 5 for 5, right? Like Wendy's when they do the 4 for 4, you know what I mean?
Right.
But we ain't Wendy's. We're gonna do a 5 for 5, you know what I mean? And we going into these, right? What are your top 5 books?
Top 5 books.
I
Sheesh.
let's get some.
Sheesh.
And I'm writing them
So,
Ron's books.
all right. Yeah, write these down. Number one, if you haven't got it, buy that book, Grateful, by my guy, Michael Boyd. So that's number one. Number one. Number two, if you have trouble with creating habits, I also created a book called Win a Habit. So that's number two. Number three is Developing the Leader Within You by John C. Maxwell. Number four, is Price Pritchett, U Squared, Price Pritchett. And mm, I want to say number five is How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's
Yeah,
my favorite one.
I'm actually on that right now, and I'm taking my time with it because I don't want to miss some of the information. Even though reading books, like you can read straight through them, and the information still goes through, whether you believe it or not. But
Right,
it's something about pondering on a page or two. You know what I mean? Like even if it's for a week, you know what I mean?
right, right,
Practice a week of what the application is telling you to do. You know what I mean? So you
right,
apply your learning for that week, and you'll see how
right.
those things give you results. You know what I mean?
That's fire.
So
Hold
man,
on, bro. Hold
Ron's
on, bro.
5 books are
Okay, go ahead.
right? Grateful by Michael Boyd. I just put out a book. It's called Grateful. I hope you guys have time to look it up and get it. I have a journal that's followed behind it. So tell me about your grateful experience. You can hit us up at Read, Remember, Repeat or Big Mugga. Number 2 is Win a Habit. That's Ron's book. Ron did a book, and his book is on Amazon too. You look it up. It's called Win a Habit for how many days?
21 days.
21 days. So this is a 21-day reset. You guys follow the instructions in the book and tell us about your journey. You can hit Ronald up at Wynne Inspired at Wynne Inspired, WYNNE Inspired all together. So yeah, man. Let's go. What's the next one?
So
Top 5 food.
before you go into that, my guy, I think it was Chicky, he asked, "What's my top 5 authors?" So my top 5 authors would be, number 1 is John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell, 100%. He's freaking elite. Then it's Price Pritchett.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Napoleon Hill.
Mm.
And it's not even to gas. It's not even to gas us up, but the next 2 would be me and Mugga. And the reason why I say that, right, and this is not even a marketing nothing. The reason why I say that is because of the value that we speak about on a daily basis, that you guys have no idea what you're about to get in these next upcoming years. Like when we talk about lives being changed, when we talk about mentalities being changed, when we talk about paradigm shifts, we got some sauce for y'all. So just stay tuned. We gonna be up there quick.
And the greatest thing about it is, if you get it now, when you read it, you'll be ahead of what's to come. You know what I mean? Because a lot of our peers, they won't believe, you know what I mean, what is
Right.
coming those words. But like he said, it's only duplication of the right system, the right structure. You know what I mean? So that's what we doing. You know what I mean? We just paying attention. You know, whatever's in your diet, whatever you eating will definitely come out of you. You know what I mean? But
Right.
yeah, man. Let's get the people hungry, man. What's your top 5 food, Ron? You know what I mean?
Ooh. Sheesh. I love shrimp. Definitely loves me some shrimp. And crazy because I made some shrimp the other day. I'm just banging.
How you
Ooh. I like to saute it. So I like to add different type of seasonings. So it'd be random. Yesterday, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, I made it with so it's a different type of adobo. I got
green
black pepper. Huh?
adobo?
Wait, say that again?
I said the green adobo.
Nah, it's some other joint, bro. It's some joint mixed with pepper. That joint is banging, OD.
That's what's up, man.
But what is it? So I mixed it with the black pepper, that adobo, paprika, what else? What is it? Garlic and cinnamon.
Oh,
See, for those,
you thought you was fancy with it.
bro, that mix right there is elite. That
Now
mix is super elite, bro.
you gotta hit him with 4 more, man. 4 more, man.
Yeah,
Quick, man.
yeah.
Please.
All right, so shrimp. So we got shrimp. We have I like a good pizza, depending on where it's at. I really like a good pizza.
What
I like a really
about out of state food?
out of state foods.
Mm.
Shoo.
You've been traveling all year, bro. I'm trying to get like you. Like, man, if I could fit my belt, I'm so happy around here. You know what I mean?
Yo, oh man. Shit. So there's this thing called conch water. Like it's like that fish or whatnot, but they made it into like a soup. That joint is banging. I
Ounce
love it. Conch water. Um, sheesh. I can't even remember everything that I've eaten differently out of state, but pastas be elite. Definitely like my pastas. So we got shrimp,
You
we
know, I
got pizza, pasta.
all of those, but you know, I'm vegan, and you know what I mean. But some of it, you know, we can agree with some of it. You know what I mean. But salute.
So,
You know, a lot
so,
of people that definitely, you know what I mean. They might need a meal tonight to make. You never know. You just help them out. You know what I mean. So
right, right, right.
yeah. So we're gonna go top 5 movies. Ooh, this is definitely for the culture. Top 5 movies. Let's go.
Sheesh.
Let's go.
Top five movies, dang, man. Um, Dad, what's that drink called? You ever heard of? So it's a movie called Divergent. It's actually a Divergent series, but that joint is lit because it's like it talks about like I guess you get adopted into this world, but you got to pick a specific type of person you want to be. So you could be somebody that's has no fear. You could be somebody that thinks a lot. You could be somebody that's emotional. You could be somebody that's aggressive. Like it's all these different things.
Mm.
And the beauty of it is there's this person called Divergent. Like it's like if you were to be ambidextrous, where you both right-handed and left-handed. So with that, you could take all those 5 different like character traits, and you become divergent. So you're all 5, and it's a rare thing. So now people want to kill you because you just this elite type of person. Like you look like you're a god, basically. You know. But that's definitely my top movie. Then I have man, what's that called? Uh, Olympus Has Fallen.
Yes, sir.
I love that one. Then the next one is London Has Fallen, and then and it's he has a third one called Angel Has Fallen. So
Mm.
it's those 4 movies, and I can't think of my fifth one, to be honest. Um, but yeah, that's those are definitely lit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, what are your top 5 songs growing up? Growing up now.
Damn.
Give us a vibe. Let us know who Ron is. Give us a vibe. You know what I mean?
Sheesh. Top 5 songs. I can't even give you top 5 songs. I'm not gonna hold you. I could give you probably.
Notorious.
Uh, I
Ooh,
could give you some artists,
Little Bro
right?
with Urge. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's
Oh
good.
yeah, the Purse. True story. You know the oh that's my little bro Cal. No Limit Cal. You know about the Purge. Purge is lit. But my top 5 artists would definitely be I love me some J. Cole, still love him to death, so he definitely dope. Um, but I was a lot of an R&B type of dude. So
Counts, bro.
uh my
Um,
guy Chris my guy Chris Brown was doing it big.
mhm.
Um who else we got? Who else we got? Dang, yo, you hit me on the spot with this one. Uh
No
let me
judge.
see, let me
I'm
see.
a Doja Cat right now, bro.
Shoots. Jagged Edge.
Ooh,
Shoot. Yeah, I love me some Jagged Edge for sure.
good.
Lit. Um who else I listen to?
Yeah,
Uh,
Jack.
the beginning what's it called? It was like 1 or 2 albums of Trey songs that I used to vibe to all the time. Super lit. Um, and then I was heavy on Meek Mills. That was my guy.
Yeah.
Like from all the mixtapes and albums, I was on it, on it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Shit, man. Yeah, man. Do you record any interesting stories related to you by your older siblings? Like can like growing up, stories that you don't remember, did they tell you like, yeah, he's gonna be good at this, or you know what I mean? Like can you remember those type of things from like a aunt,
Unfor-
you know what I mean, an uncle, you know what I mean? Like they kind of seen your traits and was like, oh, he's gonna be good doing this type of stuff, you know what I mean?
yeah. Um, I want to say. it may not be fully related to the question, but kind of sorta my pops, right? He said something that was interesting. And he one day he told me, he was like, "Yo, you have $1 million smile." And us nowadays, we just be like, whatever, it is what it is. But when you come from a place of insecurities, when you come from a place that you don't have the confidence in yourself, and you hear something like that, especially from somebody that's going to accept your flaws, you start to really believe it. And when I started to really believe that, all my pictures was every time. That's it, bro. It was smile, cheese, and OG, bro.
Yo, Chicky, you wild, bro. Word, but yeah, bro. I had to get these questions, man, because I feel like the culture is missing a lot of like importance. You know what I mean? And those things matter to a kid, right? Because if we could do that now to the children that we have under us, we can like save generations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually Kanye saying something like that, and it was deep, bro. He said how the world wants him and his wife to break up, but if that happens, it's gonna mess up millions of lives under them. But if
Mm.
he stays together with her and they stay together, he's gonna save 1 million lives, bro. So imagine what we're doing here, bro, by just see, we had a little fun in this conversation, you know what I mean? We threw a little things to wind down. But as far as the reading goes, bro, and we helping people, teaching them about books or more awareness about a certain type of books, you know what I mean?
Right.
I just want to say thank you, bro, for being able to get on this show, you know what I mean, and share that. Because one, I know you personally and I know how hard you go, but other people want to know that too, you know what I mean? And other people, even if it's not just you, they want to know that burning desire, you know what I mean? That's sitting around somewhere, because then maybe they could catch on to that fire, you feel me? But yeah, bro.
Nah, I respect that, bro. Let me tell you, I want to give it right back to you because you've been a key component to my life, which is crazy. So for those that don't know, me and Mugga, we come from the same neighborhood. But just because you in the same neighborhood don't mean that you the best of friends. And it's not that it's not even that we didn't like each other. Every time we saw each other, it was all love. But we just didn't, right. So,
I'm only playing, bro. I'm only playing, guys. I had
crazy.
to.
This guy. So what's crazy about it was we didn't really have like it was all love, but we didn't have like the tightest relationship. It was just like, "What's up, bro? How you doing? How's mom's? All right, cool. Let's play ball." I used to always bust his ass and he used to get mad, but this is what it is. So nah. But what was crazy about the journey was um I looked up to Mugga. The reason why is because he's like one of those, I guess you want to say like cool kids. Like you go to a school and then you got like the popular kids, but just that was him in the hood. So he was somebody that how he dressed, I wanted to be like that. His aura amongst people, how people loved him, and it wasn't just one type of people. It wasn't like, okay, I'm in the streets, so it's just the people in the streets that like me. It's everybody. It's people's moms, it's people's kids, it was everything. So I said, you know what, that's valid. Like my guy, he loved what I do, which was basketball. So I was like, bet, we definitely gonna vibe off that. And then fast forward, we kind of like parted ways because he went on his specific journey in his life and I was on mine. And it's so unique how we reconnect back into a business, right? Back into a business that's able to teach us a skill set and impact lives at the same time. And when I found out that he was partnering with us, specifically with my specific team, I was hella excited. And let me tell you, when I talk about like running a business and when I talk about grinding and putting in that effort, right? He gives me praise about telling me that I work 8 times a week, but it's one thing for you to put it out there and do that, but it's another thing for you to have somebody else to duplicate that kind of lifestyle. Like every time this man posts, every time this man spreads his business and spreads everything, I'm in uncomfortability mode because I check myself and say, damn, did I do that yet? I'm the one that was showing him the ropes. I'm the one that was doing this, and now he's leading the pack, which is dope. So I just love how our relationship, as far as brothers, just really manifested to be something truly big and major. So it's definitely dope, definitely. So I appreciate you 100, bro.
Yo, bro, it makes it easier, bro, and thank you, man. Thank you for the kind words, bro. Humbled, bro, humbled. Um, it's a great thing to lock arms, right? Because it's not like I needed to use you for anything or you needed to use me for anything, but we locked arms, and when we locked arms, you know what I mean? Now we move together. You feel me?
Right,
So that's the difference in where we possibly could have had a relationship before, or even my old relationships possibly can't compare to this relationship. You know what I mean? Because it's like we didn't lock arms for a purpose that was for us in a great way, positive way, but for other people also. You know what I mean? So
right,
it's bigger than just, yo, we chill with each other because we know each other, or we cool and we playing ball. Like this right here is totally different. You know what I mean? Like we wake up every day now with the intentions on making sure that we help someone. You know what I mean? So
right.
it's different, bro. And I appreciate you, man. I thank you, bro. Like you know what I mean? Almost had me out here like, goddamn, man, I had to straighten up a bit, bro, because it's really humbling, bro, to hear those
Yeah.
words. You feel me? Because I could hear, yo, shut up, mugger, yo, fuck you, from on the other side of things. You know what I mean? And that's probably what we was used to. But this is better, bro. And
I wanna I wanna say something, right? So in those times when me and Muggs was in the same hood, and we was, playing ball. When Muggs was balling, I wasn't that much of an avid baller. I loved to play ball, but I wasn't really on the courts like really the same time. And he was one of the people that I used to just sit back and I used to watch. Like I used to study this guy, like in basketball. And um, so what I'm trying to say is during that time, it was I'm going to be I'm gonna play the sidelines or I'm gonna play the bench right now. And then after a while, when Muggs started to, branch off and do other things, that was when I really got on the court and I started doing my thing. So what's so amazing was that we kind of switched roles because on the courts or in the streets or whatever, that's how it was where he was the leader and then I follow suit after. Then it comes to being a business. I was the one that was, on the field, and he was the one that was like, you know what, I'm gonna study. And now look at this. You put Muggs anywhere, he's gonna prosper in the business. He runs it. He runs his suits. Yo, let me tell you.
I'm
Let me tell
good,
you.
bro.
It's dope, bro.
This
Dope.
is great. Terrell is the one that brought us in. You know what I mean? So you got to look at that, how God can just put these things in play. You know what I mean? And shout outs to him, man. Great interview, bro. I loved your energy, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody that hopped on, we appreciate y'all. Y'all gonna see some more Ron. You know what I mean? Ron started the a book that he's doing, and yeah, man, we gonna grow. We gonna keep growing. Stay tuned. Read, remember, repeat. We giving y'all the knowledge and we giving y'all the books, man. Salute.
Okay.
I got Doja Cat. Hey guys, hey.
Let's go.